you doing?
Well, I don't want to put it in the mugs. God knows I'm not gonna wash it,
Fair enough.
and I can't do it like this because
Fair enough, Teach.
I don't have the right side arm. Let's try actually.
You do have the right side.
No, I really can't.
I can't. Why are you doing something unique? I told you not to do something unique.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Man.
We got a new partner for the channel today, Petrolbox. Tej? Petrolbox is a subscription made by car enthusiasts just like you. And him.
Me.
And me. Every month, they carefully choose tools, car detailing stuff, or nice car memes. Hit him with the meme, Kev. So don't delay today. Subscribe your memes away. Or buy one for your neighbor. And seeing how, as TJ is my new neighbor, I got him one.
It's true. I moved into the neighborhood.
That's not all, Tej. That's not all, Tej. There's a giveaway. A giveaway every month. They give away a set of rotiform wheels. And if you want to enter, hit them with a little subscription, baby. And if you want the link, that it's down below. Or Calvin TJ. Man.
You're okay.
I did it. I did it. I delivered. I think I did well. I think I did well.
Great.
So,
Guys, if you're interested, I'll pick you
help
up.
me up.
Guys,
me up.
It's his first out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think it was pretty good.
Thank
it was
you,
good,
thank
Calv.
you.
It was good. Normally,
think
I'm the
I
one who
did.
delivers.
Yeah,
That was
no,
good.
yeah, no,
If you guys are interested in a monthly subscription box, this is it. If you're into little car gadgets or car cleaning stuff, it all comes in your petrol box. It is the best monthly car subscription box on the market.
What's the promo?
I love it.
What's
Promo code
promo
Calvin
code?
TJ.
Check it out. Link
Save
down below.
$7, baby.
Thank you to our sponsor, Petrolbox.
Partner. Sponsor. Partner. Anyways, topic today, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Take it away. He's here.
Where's the topic?
I'm
today?
testing you.
Where's the topic today?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I got
Got
it.
it?
Our thoughts on how to build a car.
You need to turn his audio
Okay.
down. He's a screamer.
He's a screamer? I can't.
I'm
turn-
not a screamer.
Oh, that was better. I'm just looking out
I'm
for
getting
him.
some excitement.
Okay.
There
All
you
right.
go.
All
Get
right.
excited.
So our topic today is simple. A lot of people ask us like
my
how we
foot.
build our cars, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how we.
I don't really understand
What
what,
are
you mean. Can you elaborate a little bit? I
So-
actually don't understand what you mean.
Okay.
So, can you ask like ask the question? Like
Okay,
ask.
so the question posed is, how do you go about building your car? What is your thought process? What mods are you looking into? What is your list? And what is your goal? Right? When you're building a car, and at the end, I want to hear your craziest build idea, besides the cars that you already have, because the RX-7 is pretty wild. But a car that you want to build in the near future.
Jumba, you're our guest.
Yeah, let's go first. What
Hit
do you,
him with the first.
yeah,
You know,
how
so before we started filming this, like I was already thinking about this. It's completely different for me versus you, or like you, right?
Yeah.
Like you have like what, like four, like how many cars have you gone through? Built.
lot. GTR, RX-7.
Oh, I didn't think about the GTR. I don't know,
BT
6 or 7.
beers.
something like
Right?
Yeah.
Like this is like my second car I've ever like driven or even like owned, I guess.
Yeah, because you had the Lexus.
that. Shout out to
before.
the Lexus.
Shout out
Dude,
to
the Lexus boys.
Making Lexus loud.
That was that's some good times, man.
That's some good news. That's some good
But for
news.
me, like, I don't have a spare car. I don't
Okay.
have, an extra space to hold an extra
Which
car.
is 99 of people who are watching the podcast.
Exactly. And so when I'm building a car, I'm driving it daily. Like, I need to plan out way ahead of time, like, if I can get this done in a day so I don't have to have my car down for too long, or like what kind of mods won't hinder too much of my daily driving ability, you know what I mean? So when I think about it, like, it's got to be like clean and functional, but also like to my liking. Like, I feel like you guys can build your cars beyond the point of like not daily driving it anymore. Like, you can
Yeah,
like
like-
send it,
like
like
leaving
literally
it,
send
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
I think our goal is still to make it drivable.
Sure, but I didn't.
I
think
mean,
about
yeah,
that.
but like,
Besides
not,
350.
He makes a valid point.
Not
I
like-
didn't-
not
I didn't
like-
think about that at all.
not like
he means like
daily
time.
drivable. Like,
Yeah.
like you really got to make sure that this thing's staying on the road,
Like,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Okay, so
if a car goes down for you, it's not that big of a deal,
okay,
right?
yeah, sure, I get that. So,
That's a fair point.
question then is,
Yeah.
how are you going about building your car? What mods are you What mods? What made you choose those mods in that order?
Uh-huh.
And what are the next bits?
Right. So I feel like, I don't know, easily a lot of people go for exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not really downtime that much. You get it done in a day.
TJ's favorite mod.
I like exhaust. I think it's great.
Yeah.
You don't have to see the car. You can hear it's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice car.
Yeah.
You like it.
For sure.
And I don't know, like, it's not something that it's like too impacting, I guess, unless you go like straight pipe, you know, unless you're like, but even still, people daily that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, then you think about suspension, obviously, and then wheels, but then a lot of people beyond that, you don't really think too far, like performance mods.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to push the motor too far to the point where you might blow it. I mean, some people do it. You can do it.
That's
I
where
mean,
TJ comes in later.
yeah, I mean, there are like baby mods, you know, like bolt-ons, whatever, that can get you through that. But like, you don't push it beyond its limits. So like, for me, I think the way it looks is pretty much good enough. You know, like wheels, lowered exhaust, you know, like little lip kits, body kits, maybe a wrap or something like that. But nothing where I impact like my daily drivability. I mean, I want to.
So talk about that then. I want to know what you would like. Like let's say for instance, it happened. We were doing your bags, and your car was down, and TJ gave you the S2000 to drive around. So
because he's a handsome guy.
yeah,
You know, I mean, you may not have a friend that has an extra car to just loan you while your car is down.
But that's why I'm asking you personally.
Right.
So what car mods would you do to your car currently?
Like, if I didn't have that option to have a downtime, I don't think I would have went bags. Honestly. Like, the only reason why I did it myself, or with the help of Calvin, obviously, but
Sure.
that I chose to do a DIY instead of putting in a shop, you know, have him do it in like a couple days, was because I wanted to learn it, and I had the option to, you know, actually do it and have the time and have the ability to. But if I didn't, then
No bags.
no bags.
Rip.
Like something a lot quicker than bags, you know? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think that another like piece of the answer is think of the Lexus years ago. What mods did he do other than exhaust?
That's good.
Right. So
What heavily dictated Kevin's
decisions.
build?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, what heavily dictated Kevin's build? He kept telling us, TJ and myself, like, I don't want this car forever.
No, that wasn't it.
No, it was. No.
No.
That's why he only got like small mods that didn't, so
That's
he
not-
could remove them later.
Well, that wasn't the reason.
Okay. Okay.
Am I right?
No, I mean like part.
Wait,
like
wait, before you say,
I know,
what do
I
you
know.
think, Tej?
I know exactly why.
What?
Why?
Kevin knows. I know.
What do
You
you
don't
know?
know.
What do you
You're not
know?
saying it. Say
I'm
it.
I'm a good friend.
Out with it.
I remember
Out
it.
with
You don't.
Out with it.
He only could do mods that either his dad wouldn't know he did, or his dad
so
would be
right.
like kind of okay with
You're
doing.
Yes.
so right.
So I don't know. My dad at first, it was a struggle for him to accept that I'm gonna change this thing. I'm gonna change this car. He's like, you're gonna impact the value, whatever, blah blah. And so Calvin was right in the sense that a lot of the mods that I chose
So we were both right.
was intended to be reversible, because that was my argument. Like, hey, if I wanted to, I could put it back to stock. Then it wouldn't lose no value, right? And so I guess that also dictates a lot of my builds, because reversibility is like a safe zone. Like if I can put it back to stock, then it's fine. If that makes sense. Like, you know,
Yeah.
wide bodying, zeet, gone,
That was the hardest thing to get over for me.
right?
It was like the moment I cut, I just burped into the mic.
It's
The
fine.
moment we cut it, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
I can't wait to give
It's
my
not
story.
going anywhere now. Like I just
Yeah.
cut it. If I sell it, I'm just losing a bunch of money out of my pocket. So, which is why, side note, why I didn't cut my RX-7. But,
True.
yeah, yeah. So,
But I guess I have a
reversibility is
question.
key.
In your mind, when you do a mod that you would say is like irreversible, like wide bodying, in your mind, are you keeping that car for life?
That's a good question. I would say I mod my car with the intention to keep it. Like that's why I did it to the Miata, but I didn't end up liking it. So I see it as a balance of how much work do you want to put in to sell the car later to find the right buyer. Right.
That or how much money are you willing to lose? I think is more of a fair question.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you find the right buyer, you might not lose much money.
So I think that's like another.
Well, I think the answer to that question, for me, that was the reason why I bought the GTR is because I knew that I didn't want to have to deal. I knew that I wasn't keeping the car forever, which is why I bought it. I didn't want to cut it and then lose 20, 30 grand because it was a wide body GTR. Yeah. As much as I would have loved to do it, I didn't want to have to deal with the back end, which I think is if it's not the first thing people are thinking about already, they fucking should be, because at the end of the day, the only reason why not to wide body your car is the money you're losing. If you know you're keeping the car forever.
I mean, you say losing, but you're making it sound like it's one-sided.
Financially it is.
I don't think it is, because if
financially, which is most important.
I mean, you're probably losing out on the cost of the wide body, probably.
What do you mean?
So let's say you bought a $5,000 kit, and it goes on an X car. I think you can only sell the car for how much the car X minus the kit cost. I think you lose the kit if you find the right buyer. If you like you're saying, I don't want to put in the work to find someone that's going to buy it. But if you find the right person that wants to buy it, like some people don't really care about modding their car themselves. Some people just want to buy it done. And if you run into that right person, then
keyword run into that person.
Exactly.
I
you
feel
don't
like
want to put in the work.
It's a gamble.
It is.
I think it's financially. I think that's
risk.
Every time.
It's a risk. No,
that's like
definitely.
a low ratio. Like that's like a low probability.
No, exactly. That's what I'm
fuck,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're all in agreement.
Which backs my statement.
Right.
It's financial for 99% of people.
Okay.
Not that it's gonna cost money to get the kit. Like that's whatever. It's the post ownership.
Yeah, I think it's
because I think most people growing up, especially in the younger age, like they're not keeping the cars that they have when they're 16. Like,
yeah.
And like what you said, you're like if I mod it, I'm keeping it. Like there's gonna get to a point, dude, of where like you own too many cars.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like at one point, unless you're fucking Jay Leno, you can't financially have that many cars, because not only does it cost that much, it's space at the end of the day. Like that's the limiting factor of everything.
I agree.
So I don't know. That's a good point. Looping back to Kevin's irreversibility or reversibility, whatever.
So right now, in your lot of cars, is there any in your mind that you plan to let go?
Yes.
Which ones?
I only have 2. So
I'm talking to TJ.
Yeah.
I mean, would you get rid of any of your 2 cars right now?
Not that I can think of quite yet.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say them, but yeah.
Yeah, don't say it.
There's
a few.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to, right? Like
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I don't ever.
But I mean, is it?
I don't like owning 6 cars. Like that's
Chris
it's not.
has 12 cars.
Okay, but Chris also non-ops them and has a lot, and he just keeps them on the side of the street, which is a bit different.
No, I'm just saying he has a lot of cars.
Yeah,
he does have a lot of cars.
He has a lot of cars.
But I mean, like,
and a weird thing that you learn too, like, okay, the reason why we collectively have so many cars is because it's our job to own cars. Like, we make money off of owning the cars. Like, we have cars to have a job. Like, that's where income is made on doing work on them. Yeah. And we've gotten like that point where like there is a return, but that's not for most people. But I don't like personally owning that many cars.
Oh, really?
No.
Interesting.
It's a great example of the grass is always greener on the other side. Or
sure.
I said it backwards. The grass.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. That's
yeah,
correct.
like it's cool, but at the same time, like it sucks because like I've told you this before, my car insurance a year is like close to $30,000 a year.
Jeez,
and
bro.
when you talk about barely driving any, like realistically, even if you drove one car a day every week, you're only driving that car like 50, and it's just, you know what I mean?
Basically
like
a sixth of the time any average person would be driving their cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of it is just wasted space. Like it's cool to have all the options, sure, but like realistically and in reality, like like shit sits and it starts like, if something sits for too long, like that's when issues start to happen. And
Especially your RX-7 memes.
Yeah,
Gotta
like
pay attention to that, baby.
yeah, like it's cool. Don't get me wrong, and like it's not like first world problems, but it's like it's a hassle, dude.
Yeah,
and
yeah, sure.
I only have that many because like, like
you need it.
we need it.
Sure.
You need content. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
And I feel like a dream for most people is to have
It's expensive though.
a bunch of cars
It
that
is.
they can choose. But I guess in reality, it's kind of like, is it worth having that many cars?
Well, yeah. I mean, my biggest thing growing up is I wanted a truck or a truck. I wanted a car for every scenario. I was like in my head, like when I was in high
That's
school, I
what
was
Tupperware
like,
did.
yeah,
Or does.
I was like, I want a truck for moving big stuff and going
Yeah.
off-roading. I was like, I want my exotic for my weekend, like whatever. And I was
want my
like,
Sunday car.
I want my like M3 sedan to take my friends out, and I want like my track car. Like you want like that car for
And then
every
the coupe.
scenario. You know what I mean? But like even when you get
You
that,
have that though.
yeah, I do. My
Yeah.
lineup, I have
Yeah,
one of everything,
Yeah, yeah.
and like
Two.
Actually,
You have
do
three. Three of the cool cars.
You don't have like a sedan though.
true.
You.
You did.
I did.
How many people know the was it 320?
No, they people know, but yeah, I mean, like I'm whatever. I've
I mean,
covered
the
enough.
truck
but
has that.
the truck has that purpose.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
point of the
it's a
story
gas
is
guzzler. She's a guzzler.
Oh, she
It's-
drinks. She's a heavy drinker.
it's expensive.
Yeah. So, TJ, on to you. What's your, besides the whole finance thing, what mods and what's going through your head for car building?
Like when I get in a car, what's the thought process?
Yeah, so like,
It's pretty much the same for everything. I think you could see.
no,
this,
that's it. That's
yeah,
what I'm asking.
in the format.
Yeah,
Like
what's your
it-
format? That's a good way to put it. What's your format?
the format I like to do is like the basic standards: wheels, suspension, exhaust. Those are like, you go back to any car we've ever gotten, the first 3 videos you'll see of that car: wheels, suspension,
But
exhaust.
I feel like that is a format for 100% of people.
True, but
if
true.
You're,
But
if you're quote unquote like building a car, it is unbuilt if you don't have one of those 3.
yeah,
If you saw a car with wheels and exhaust and it's stock height,
you're like, oh,
that
it's
is
almost there, but
not-
it's not there. No, yeah,
No.
100%. But like, that's my format, and what Kevin said is true. It is very like that's what everyone does, and that's exactly why it is my format. When I like to do cars, I like to do the first 3 that people out there watching have the highest probability of doing themselves, because relatability, people get to like see something that they would potentially see themselves doing, and then like once you cover those first 3, I always look for like cosmetic stuff, taillights, headlights, the stuff that's like not really invasive. And I personally like to cover like what are all the things 80% of people would do. And then once I kind of like I run out of options of like, like hood, lip spoiler, whatever it is, then I'm like, okay, well let's go a little bit deeper. And then you do like the motor, and then it depends what the car is being built for, but I like to cover the least invasive stuff first, mainly because it's cheaper. And then you kind of dive deep, which is usually turbo stuff.
So you don't like premeditate. I'm gonna full send this car.
Well, I do. I mean, dude, before I got the Supra, for the like before I purchased the Supra, the week prior, I was on every Supra page looking at everything. Like I have my whole Supra thing built out.
TJ learned of a hood, a very rare hood that Dan Burkett,
Yeah,
pro drifter that loves Supras,
he's the Supra
didn't
king. Didn't even
fucking know that he had that hood.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
So
How did he
explain
come
it.
across the hood?
Explain it.
in Europe, from like, and it was only in Europe, the Supra had like an option from the dealership to get a hood scoop. And it's a stock Supra hood, but smack dab in the middle, there's like a little baby hood scoop. That's like super rare, and I don't personally think it looks that good, but super people love it. So it was only in like Europe or something, or maybe it was in the States. It's rare. Not that many people had it. Super desirable. And if you buy one used now from somebody, the
Just the
price,
hood.
so this is used. It's like
Just a hood.
$3 or $4 grand. And if you can buy them brand new, like OEM ones for like $9,000, you can find them. There's like Superstore and some like the Supra websites sell them for $9,000.
That's like
brand
a quarter
new.
of the Supra. That's like a quarter of
Yeah,
owning a
well,
Supra.
and then the funny thing is the most common mod that everyone does is eBay sells like just the hood scoop, and then you could just cut yourself, fucking put it on and cut a hole through the hood and smack dab it on. You can never tell the difference. But the true molded ones are like $9,000. We went to Rad Industries one day for something for my car, and I was like, "Yo, Dan, like that's the TRD European hood," and he goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Dan, you're like the Supra
It
man."
sounds so much like Dan.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and he had no idea. Funny story.
And he's like, really? I have that?
And I'm like, I
So
looked it
is
up.
he
I'm
gonna-
like, look, $9,000.
Is he gonna take it off, or is he gonna drift with it still?
No. That's his, that's
it's
his,
one of his
like, car.
personal like
That's his
cars.
baby.
He's never even touched.
Yeah. No, he hasn't touched. It's it used to be a race car.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well,
He has a cage in there and stuff.
Funny story though.
He's got a good looking Supra then.
Yeah, no, it's a nice.
Yeah.
Valuable Supra.
Yeah, so I mean, like I like to do non-invasive stuff and then just dive deep. But yeah, for a week before I bought the Supra, I did homework, and I was like, I want this, and this. I want to go for this much power. Everyone kind of did this and find your. I mean, I think everyone does that.
So
maybe they don't, but
I mean, I guess like bandwagoning or like doing what other people do, does that dictate what you want to do?
I mean, there's only so much you can do to a car that everyone hasn't done.
You know what I mean?
before.
But like,
yes and no. I know what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like,
And it does, but there's a point, I mean, personally, where I, like, got over what everyone else thought, because, like, the reason... the reason why you see, like, when you see a lot of one thing...
because it looks good.
It's generally because that's the best-looking thing on the market.
no,
exactly.
absolutely.
And so you're
that's
like...
I
a valid
agree.
point.
Your mindset is always like, oh, I want to be unique and, like, do something different.
No.
But it's so hard to, like, make yourself do that, and especially for content. I've done that. I've done things where I personally didn't love it, but it was different, and I did it, and then I fucking switch back and go to the popular thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, and for the Supra, the stuff that I have coming, like, I hate to spoil the build now. Like,
No, don't say it.
You don't have to say
Don't
it.
say it.
okay,
Don't say
well, you get over it at one point, and you're just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna fucking do what I like.
That's good. No, yeah. That's why the RX-7 should be red, but no. And the BRZ should have been green or purple, but no.
I will say that after seeing Mickey's FD, I'm glad I went white.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't expect that.
I
I
did not
thought you
expect
were,
that.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted it.
Why?
I don't like
You don't like it? Okay, that's fine. I think it's.
Hopefully, he doesn't
I think
watch
it's
this
good.
podcast.
Yeah,
he
no.
can.
No,
I told him, I was like, I don't love it.
It doesn't look
I don't love it. I like the white more.
bad apple.
I think
bad
white
memes.
looks good on a lot of cars.
Do you know what the RX-7? You know what? So the white on the RX-7 right now isn't the white it was supposed to be. You know that, right?
And tell me the story.
Well, I'm gonna spark note it. Somewhere in the communication of me and the painter, he, I guess it was kind of like, I guess it was just as much my
It
fault.
should have
as
been an
was his fault.
opal, right? An opal.
I sent him the wrong paint code, but like we knew what color I wanted, but I couldn't find the exact paint code.
Right.
I wanted I've only seen it on the RS7, the Audi RS7.
Oh, so like
They make like a white, but like
is it an eggshell?
it's like eggshell,
But it's not yellow.
but it's not yellow, but it's like almost cement
Off-white.
white.
Off white.
Yeah,
I see.
that's the color the RX-7 was
With
supposed
some
to
fleck? You
So
want some
why?
fleck in there?
So why couldn't you find the RS7?
be. I
paint
tried.
code?
I tried hard.
Really?
It's
it's a hard
Mickey
thing.
and I both couldn't find it, but
Red-
that's the color it was supposed to be.
Right.
And when I went to pick it up, I'm like, that's not the color I thought it was gonna be, but it looks good. Like, I was
No,
like,
now we love it. It's good.
yeah, no, I love it now. I mean, yeah, funny true story. I
Wow.
still one day want to go back. It'd just be like a light respray, but it's
No,
already white.
no,
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know. If
Yeah,
it's
it might
easy.
just be like a
That
clear
new-
cut.
I
That's
doubt
new
it.
bumper
I'm sure
crack
it's a
is-
lot more than that.
That
but
requires a new feature. Wait.
I'd like to change the
he could
color
hear
to
me
that at one
because he has
point.
the headphones on.
Or maybe
I
it
don't
wouldn't
think
look
that.
good. I don't know.
I don't think your bumper's that
No,
bad.
yeah.
I would probably.
Dude,
just-
it's so bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's embarrassing. All right, Calv, you're up.
I'm up. So basically what everyone said, right? So, but the key thing for me is visual. So like I'm thinking about lights. I'm thinking about like.
When are those gonna be done,
Never.
bro? Started a live stream series on it. Never continued.
I don't know what.
Rude.
You started a live
Stop.
stream on-
Stop. Don't trigger me.
Oh,
TJ.
I remember.
Comment F to pay your respects.
Everybody. Comment F down below to pay your respects to Calvin. Not doing it. F for respect.
If this video gets 200 likes, he'll actually finish it. Maybe. No promises.
Don't say that because the video will get over that much and he will not do it. So no.
Stop.
That's
Can we
exactly-
stop triggering
Pay
me?
F
I
for
get
respect.
it.
F
I
for
get
respect.
it.
F for respect.
I don't finish my cars. I get it. All right. Are we done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have the mentality of I'm going to keep the car for as long as possible, but I see TJ's point and I see Kevin's point, right? At one point it becomes impractical and something's got to go. Something's got to give. So up until that point, I'm going to say that I keep in mind that I'm going to keep this car for as long as possible. So the first thing that comes to mind when I'm trying to build a car is what wide body kits are out there. I'm trying to cut the
Every time.
shit out of everything. Notice how the Miata, I cut that as soon as I could, and
Don't say the BRZ as soon as you could because
the
it wasn't
BRZ
as
I
soon
cut,
as you could.
And then there's another meme that I'm probably not gonna say, but you know, teacher knows.
I mean, it's kind of.
The S2000. So my goal is to make the car visually look not stock or not the same car at all, right? I don't want the car to be identifiable, right?
So full send every time.
Yeah, try to full send every time. I don't like stock cars. I don't. I respect them. Like TJ's RX-7 really looks
F for respect.
good.
Respect.
Continue. You were saying?
Kevin's car looks really good stock, but I just feel like cars kind of look like butter sticks of butter, right?
Okay.
They just don't
You're
look.
losing me, my man.
They don't. They look like a
They
box.
look like 3D rectangles.
Yes, they look like a box on wheels. Like
How
because the ratio in my head, the golden ratio
is a stick of butter?
is a stick. No, it's not a stick of butter.
No, you said it.
No, stock cars look like sticks of butter, and I don't like sticks of butter. Okay, I don't like stock cars.
What's wrong with sticks of butter? Asshole.
I love buddy.
Butter's great.
I want wide butter. Okay,
You say wide butt.
I want wide butter. Okay, I want 2 sticks of butter. Okay, I don't want. I'm losing you. All right.
I
I
understand.
like wide body because I see the ratio. If the car is taller than it is wide, or not wide enough, it looks weird to me. Right. RX-7 can get away with it because it's already low and like a piece of bread. Sticking with the butter memes.
I see it.
Right.
Connected the dots. Nice.
Right, so RX-7 looks good, but Kevin's car, no offense, it looks good, but when I look at it, it doesn't feel.
Yeah, she's not
It,
wide.
it doesn't have a big enough footprint for me, right?
She doesn't have a wide track. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish she could. She would.
Right, and especially the BRZ as well, except for Benedict's car. Benedict's car looks good for whatever reason. He has great fitment and shit, but when you see a stock BRZ, it looks
does
like
look good.
it looks. Whenever I see one driving down the street, it just looks like
Ugly.
yeah, for lack of a better term and lack of an analogy, it just doesn't look good to me. Like I can't.
UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
You ugly.
Yeah, it's ugly. It doesn't look good.
Kevin's ugly.
That was fucked
Nope.
up. Kevin,
No,
you're a
fucked
stick
up.
of butter.
You're a stick of butter, Kev. So
You know what? People like sticks of butter.
I do. I'm a fan of butter.
I'm gonna make a tart when I get home. Thanks for reminding me.
tart?
I watched the video today on how to make a tart, an apple tart. Apple juice. Do you hate apple juice yet, Teach?
No, let's not get into it.
We'll get into it later. But yeah, so I want to when I'm building a car, I want people to more so get inspiration to build a car that doesn't look
Like a stick of butter.
normal. Normal, right? So It's not necessarily it has to be unique, right? So I think TJ's no
Camera died.
camera died.
Well, guys, the audio is still rolling.
Well, I'm still here for you boys, so
So-
you know.
What car would you build?
What car? Okay, so I'm patching up Calvin's wound right now.
Is it?
What
Should I go
car?
first because the camera's on?
I guess I don't know. That's black screen.
For both of us,
Oh.
all of us.
Calvin could switch it, but I don't know how to do it. All right, it's on you, Kev. Go.
Oh, what car would I build?
Yeah, I don't know. That's such a hard question to ask.
I
I
feel
was like saying, "What's your dream car?" Hate that question.
I don't know. I feel like for daily, like I like modern cars. Like I like sitting in something kind of nice. You know, I like when my phone connects. Like I don't want to like deal with a bunch of wires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a car that I want to build, not
What's a realistic
necessarily
5-year car you want to like go full on with? Not
Yeah,
saying
full
you
on,
will,
like-
but like let's say something
if
that you can make.
If I
realistically see
to,
yourself-
I had-
put crazy like full send mod.
Don't say if I had this money. Say in 5 years from now, whatever you project yourself to be at, what is something that you like? If I
Yeah.
had fucking balls and the
exactly.
everything worked out, this is what it would be. What would it be?
I really wanted a Datsun 240Z.
Nice.
Like I really want one. Like I don't know what it is. It's got like that like
that
it's
look.
kind of like a different shit. It's like a front, you know.
Yeah, no,
I don't
that
know.
look.
That era.
that look.
It's a
baby.
butter stick.
She ain't a
dude.
butter
No,
stick.
she ain't no butter
She
stick,
ain't no
dude.
butter
She's a
stick.
torpedo ready to
You know,
bust
It's like
some.
can't believe
submarines.
it's not butter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Lando Lakes, baby. That's
Like-
the Lando Lakes.
I don't know why I just stock. They're fucking ugly.
Oh, really? You think stock?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I don't like because I don't know. Like when you think about it, the bumper cut and everything is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really like in
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But the moment you change the bumper, they're like something else. It's like it's a totally different car.
No, for sure.
I just think they look so good,
Fair.
right? That's the car I would full send. You know, like
What would
wide
you?
body, like wheels, like suspension, freaking motor build, like everything. If I could, I want to really badly, but
You could probably put a Bluetooth. You could put a Android head unit in there and connect all that shit up.
RX-7 has it.
right.
Yep.
One day, Kev. One day.
I
I'm
know.
looking forward to it. TJ.
One day.
TJ, your turn.
I know what the answer is, but I don't know which one it will be. So it depends
Flip
on.
a coin.
Well, they're more or less the same. One's just the older brother. That's a cousin. That's an older brother.
Oh, I know.
If I say the
what
brand,
you're-
you'll know what it is.
No.
What is it, Kevin?
Don't say anything.
What is it, Kevin?
No, we're keeping it under the blanket.
What?
We're keeping it under the blanket. Pat it down.
Does he know? Does he? Does he know?
He should know.
He knows.
Older brother.
What? Yeah.
Exactly, the older brother.
Older brother. Older brother.
No.
Younger
Not
brother.
that.
Younger brother.
Oh,
You're talking about what I currently own on the brother.
yes.
No. Yes. Yes, but no. That's happening. That's not if it's gonna happen. That is happening.
I know, but you said it. Okay, whatever.
Okay,
Continue.
older brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, teach. I don't know what you're
If
talking
I say the car brand, you'll be like,
Okay.
oh, I know what he's talking about.
about. Car brand.
I've talked about it plenty of times.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Starts with F for respect. Nice name, but it is F.
F.
Yes.
F for respect. Oh.
No, but actually, it's F.
No, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
Really?
Oh. Do they own?
You're gonna let me down.
Do they own an F1 team?
Yes.
Does it have numbers in the name?
Yes.
I think I know it.
I've talked about it
I think
plenty
I know
of
what it
times.
is.
I'm actually.
What do you mean by
I'm
older?
hurt right
What do
now.
you mean by older brother?
There's one that I like could see myself doing like pretty soon, and then there's the older brother of it that like I would love to do, but it's significantly more cash to do it.
Oh.
Now
there's
you
the
understand.
there's the 4, and then there's the.
Well, they're both 4s.
Are they both 4s? One's 30. One's 30.
Yes, and then one's. I want to do an F430 Liberty Walk kit, which I really want to do. Which
Spent so much time
Dude,
beating that bush.
I just need to
Please.
get balls to do it. I need to.
Please.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna touch on this and then finish it.
Okay.
This goes back to what I said. It's financial. I could go get the 430 and do the wide body kit. Like, let's do it. We'll do it next week.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm gonna lose so much money. I'm not gonna keep that car. I won't keep that car forever.
Why not?
I just know I won't.
Why?
Because I just don't want to own a Ferrari forever. I don't.
Sure.
I don't. I'd rather, like, in my mind, perfect scenario, it's like get the 458, love it, and then upgrade to the next one, Like, oh, it's Ferrari. It's new. I want to keep the tech.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't want to own it forever. I'd love to do it and build it, but if I had real balls, I would do the 458 Liberty Walk. But that's like that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's like you're really gonna hurt yourself for that.
You're
So like
you
could play. I mean, not that the F430 doesn't still hurt, like it does, but
it's not a 5.8.
it's not a 458.
I feel like at some point you can't do much else.
But the thing is the difference between a 458 and an F430 right now, the cost is like 50 grand. 60 grand.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good difference.
It's pretty close though.
Yeah. That's
like,
what I meant.
there's not that much of a
not
difference.
Not bad of a difference.
Yeah, but the resell, once you cut it and wide body it, I don't know. Like,
it's probably going to be hard to find someone to buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure you could.
We saw
you would
one at
undersell
Long's.
it and you could buy it, but fuck, dude. Doing one of those would be like
the one at Long's, the gray one.
Yeah,
that's a car I hope
That
I
one
send
was
it on
nice.
eventually. Is one of those builds. 'Cause
even
fuck,
I think even if you got like the gated 430,
that's more expensive.
I know it's more expensive, but I think you could still sell it with its kit. I think that's easier to sell than a
It's be more
non-gated.
expensive to buy. I don't know. Those are mine. Ferrari, if you're watching this out there and you want to drop us a used 430,
Yeah.
I'll happily build it, please. All right, Calv, what's yours?
I don't know. Should I? There's no. You'd think? Should I say that one?
No, because that
No.
will happen.
Can I say it? Okay.
No.
Okay. So, my goal. I don't know if it's if I'm an asshole or not, but I really want to make the internet mad and cut up an Aventador. At one point, I just want to do that. I want to send it with my hands.
They make a Liberty Walk kit.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one I want.
That goes above
Damn.
and beyond the 458 bill.
No,
That's like
I know. One day, I don't know if it's gonna be ever, but if it happens,
damn
you're gonna see me cutting it.
Lamborghini, if you're watching, please send an Aventador.
Those are still like bottom of the barrel. They're like 250 right
or
now.
what about a Mercy? That sounds like a cool one to do.
damn. If you wide bodied a
I don't think
Mercy,
they make a wide body kit for them. I'm sure there is one out there. But
No,
there's
there
not.
is one.
Is Liberty Walk made? I don't know.
I don't think it's Liberty, but we saw one in Hawaii. Wasn't that one wide body?
I don't remember.
Had a crazy dish.
Oh, I remember.
You know what? It's literally in the front.
It was ugly.
I mean, the color was. It was. I like.
I think yeah, I think Lamborghinis Ferraris themselves are already 2 sticks of butter, and you wide body them, they become 3 sticks of butter.
So
That ratio
I see your
is
argument.
too far.
Dude, but
I
the
agree.
458 wide body, the
Oh.
F430, dude. I just want to fucking do it. I get all.
But I
hyped
feel
up
like-
I think
when
it's
start talking
cool.
about
I
it.
think
I don't think
it's
they're
just
that
the
deep,
fact
though.
of big cojones when you cut up a exotic car and slap a wide body on it. I see your argument of the ratio is like getting fucked with when you go 3 sticks of butter,
Dude.
but you know
2020. Wait, are we going to 2018 or 2019? Wait,
19.
2019, we're doing the F430.
Actually,
I really want to. I just gotta fucking replenish my. I just bought a house that hurts. When I just replenish a little
When you
bit.
sell it, can I buy it off of you? I want it.
the house.
The car.
Oh,
The 430.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut it. You're gonna get just as much love out of it as I am.
Yeah, but I want to drive it more than you drive it.
Regardless, if
if you need
I didn't just buy this house, I'd be like, let's go buy it right now.
is there an equivalent of like a dog walker?
A dog walker?
What does that even mean?
So, like a car driver, like you have to maintain your cars, but you gotta drive them, but you don't have enough time or people to drive them to drive your car so that
You
they're
could
not.
give it to like
Buck.
Two-row or something. to
No,
rent it
dude,
out.
First
you
of
don't-
all, it's pronounced Turo.
You don't want a random person
Two-row.
driving. You want someone that knows your car,
Yeah, dude. Adam did that with
takes care of it.
with his Mustang GT 350 or
Really?
whatever, and yeah, he his. Correct me if I'm wrong, comments, but like he bought it to Turo it, like as like an investment. Yeah, and it was just such a shitstorm that he cut the Turo thing off after like 4 people.
I never knew
Why
he
did it become
even.
a shitstorm?
I didn't even know that he.
No, let's not get into it. I'll ask you off camera.
It was just people would say they're like not gonna track it, and then they go fucking track it, and that he can like track the car. People
Exactly.
just, it's a GT350, dude. If you think you rented out an F430, people wouldn't fucking hoon the shit out of it,
Oh, yeah,
and then you're the one dealing with that. It's just a
It's
nightmare.
like
Who is that?
It's your
That's
your
Sabrina.
bish.
Sabrina.
Okay,
Guys,
so
we gotta end it.
we gotta end it. Thank you for listening to us. I would love to hear your, not necessarily dream builds, but I would love to hear what your guys' thought process when you're building a car. What things you have to.
You got some airtime there.
Oh, nice. Exactly.
Petrol box memes, but comment down below. I want to hear it. Like, I read them, TJ reads them, and TJ likes to respond to them sometimes.
I love to respond to comments.
Yeah.
I mean, the comments are going to be a bunch of F's anyway, so.
Please
F
don't
for respect.
Pay the
please
respect.
don't
F for respect.
Please don't respect. I'm gonna do it.
You won't the
Respect
baby.
the loan.
Links down in the description. Calvin TJ for Petrol Box, save $7 on your first subscription. Thank you for our new partner. And Kevin, you're looking handsome today.
Thank you, baby.
Peace.
Am I drunk off this?